Guys my age don't know how to treat me, don't know how to treat me, don't know how to treat me. Guys my
Hey everyone, it's Mikayla. So today I'm going to be filming a different video than what I normally film. Today I'm going to be filming the how I lost 10 pounds without even trying. The title sounds like it's clickbait, but it really isn't. I literally did lose 10 pounds, which is around about 5 kilos in Australian measurement, I think. I don't know. This is in fact a true story on how I lost 10 pounds, and I will be including before and after photos throughout this video. So if you want to know how I lost 10 pounds without even trying, then stay tuned. Before I get into this video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and follow my social media, which is right there, Mikayla Jayde218, and yeah, let's get into this video. So I've sectioned this video or planned this video into specific parts, and the first part that I want to talk about is my physical activity. Throughout the period of when I was losing weight, I did not increase or decrease my physical activity level. So my physical activity level actually stayed the same throughout the entire weight loss journey. So my physical activity consisted of soccer 2 times a week. If you don't know me, I have been playing soccer for 10 consecutive years now. So yeah, soccer is definitely my passion, and it's been what I've been doing for 10 years now. So basically every single week I had an hour and a half training and approximately a 3-hour game or exercising period on the weekends. So my trainings were normally on either a Tuesday or Thursday, and my games were on Saturdays. So yeah, my physical activity level in a nutshell, if you wanted to know, I did not increase my physical activity level at all throughout this entire period. So this entire period consisted of only a few months. So I lost 10 pounds in less than a few months. So the next topic that I want to talk about is the most important topic throughout this entire video. It is my diet changes, because obviously I had to change my diet in order to lose weight, because I've seen in a lot of people within my personal life, they definitely rely on exercising a ton and a ton and a ton. Obviously exercise is great, I obviously am encouraging that, obviously, but when it comes to losing fat, it is definitely within the diet. I changed my diet a lot, but I know a lot of people think that, well, this video is about, you know, losing weight without even trying. I literally wasn't trying, and I will get into that throughout the entire video. The reasons why I changed my diet is nothing to do with weight loss. I'll explain more of it near the end of this video. So the biggest dietary thing that I changed within this period was cutting out all forms of meat. So yes, I cut out every little bit of meat, every little bit of like animal was gone pretty well. Like, if I could name a few things that meat has negatively impacted my body, it would be the bloating and the constipation. Meat just didn't work well for my body. Not to mention, I loved my red meat, and red meat takes like up to a week to digest fully, because obviously it contains no fiber. And yeah, that was bloating the crap out of me. If I can find a photo of what my stomach looked like, I will insert it here. Now, a lot of people, when I say I lost 10 pounds, like, I was not fat. I had fat, but I wasn't overweight, in my opinion, in the slightest. I was a lot bigger than all my friends. Actually, no, I wasn't. But I was a lot bigger than what I am now. Another dietary thing that I cut out was eggs and dairy. I completely excluded that from my entire diet. And a lot of people are probably thinking, wow, this video is like so clickbaity, but it really isn't, and I will get into that. Trust me, I will get into that. Cutting out dairy and eggs for me was incredibly easy. It was as easy as cutting out meat. I did it within a single day. So I've mentioned that I've cut out meat, I've cut out So throughout this weight loss journey, I increased my carbohydrate intake. There's a lot of misinformation out there on the internet and the media nowadays that carbohydrates cause someone to increase in weight, which is completely not true in the slightest, and I know that from personal experience. I am the biggest carbohydrate addict. And I'm not talking about sugar, I'm talking about pasta and rice and bread. Like, I am the biggest addict there is. Like, that is pretty much, it's not what my diet consists of, but I love having it a lot, probably more than I should. Yeah, I eat a lot of carbohydrates. So a lot of people are going to think that this is wrong, but this is from my own personal experience. So yeah, I didn't worry about my fat intake. I didn't worry about how much fat I was eating. However, I did to a certain extent. So for example, avocados, they contain a lot of fat, but I love avocados and I didn't worry. If I wanted to have 3 avocados in one sitting, I was going to. I love my avocado on toast. However, when I was cooking my meals, I would never add added oils to my meals. So I would never add vegetable oil, olive oil, none of that. So yeah, basically I did not worry about my fat intake. However, I didn't add any added oils into any meals that I made. So like pasta, rice, I didn't add any added oil. That's just how I've been brought up. Even when I was eating meat and all that, my mum just never added oil to any meals, like just never did. And so that's kind of been passed down onto me in a sense where I just don't feel the need to. It just doesn't cross my mind. So obviously I increased my veggie and fruit intake. When I was eating meat, dairy and eggs, that was pretty much my whole diet consisted of. I very rarely ate fruit. I'm still not the biggest fruit fanatic unless we're talking about papaya and pineapple, then obviously I'm the biggest fruit fanatic. Like I always ate vegetables, but since cutting out like meat, dairy and eggs, not like I didn't have a choice, but it opened my eyes up to looking at like more like the other options that were out there, if you know what I mean. So my veggie intake increased dramatically. I was having veggies every single night. I was having veggies every single night anyway because that's just how my mum brought me up. Every meal had veggies in it or some kind of vegetable. But yeah, obviously I just increased it more because I had to substitute the meat, the dairy and the eggs with something. You know, I couldn't just cut it out, restrict my caloric intake. If anything, within this process I was actually eating more calories, and I know that probably doesn't sound true, but it is the truth. I mean, it was my own experience. Obviously I would know. My calorie intake actually increased because I was eating so much more food than what I was beforehand. If you want me to do a what I eat in a day video, then I would be happy to. So that was pretty much all the dietary changes that I did. I increased my carbohydrate intake and I increased my veggie and fruit, and I cut out meat, dairy and eggs. So a lot of people, so that sounds very dramatic in itself, right? And a lot of people probably wouldn't believe me when I say I wasn't trying until I get into what I'm about to talk about. So yeah, the biggest question is, how was this an experience of which I wasn't trying? Sorry, that was my bird, and I'm not repeating what I just said before because I forgot what I said. So the biggest reason why losing weight was so incredibly easy for me is simply because of the mindset that I had. So if you haven't already picked up on, I went fully plant-based and vegan, and I went vegan for the animals. So I didn't go vegan to lose weight. I didn't go vegan for those reasons. Obviously that was a benefit that I knew of, but that's not what I was thinking about when I went vegan. I went vegan purely because I love animals. I didn't want to eat any form of life. That's just not what I'm about. That's just how I was brought up from a very early age. I always had cats, dogs, I had birds later on in life. If you can't already fucking hear them, I have birds right now. I always had animals. I was always brought up to love the animals that I had. And I was never brought up to look at chicken as if it was a chicken, you know what I mean? Like, I never had that connection with the world of, that's a chicken that I'm eating, like that's a dead chicken, that's a dead cow, you know what I mean? So when I made that connection, I realized how much I didn't want to be a part of it. So that's why losing weight for me was so incredibly easy, and cutting out meat and dairy and eggs and all forms of animal product was so easy for me, because of the mindset that I had in the beginning. that's how I lost 10 pounds without even trying. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you let me know by liking, commenting and subscribing. Don't forget to follow my social media, which is right there, Mikayla Jayde218. And yeah, that concludes this video, and I really hope you enjoyed. And if you want to see more videos like this, let me know. Did I already say that? I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. Bye.